Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. First and foremost, giving all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Dash. Those are the true names of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yahawah equals He is, He exists. It's the Father's true name. Yahawashi is the Son's true name. That means He saves, He delivers. And Dash is how you say a spirit that's holy, a spirit that's set apart, or Holy Spirit. Second of all, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. We true well and teach well and sincerity taught us His truth. And Shalawam to the Lord, so for elect. It's your brother Yerami Kazak back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Dash as always. Alright. And that's furthermore in the ancient Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew, or also known as the Lashawan Kodash, the holy language, the holy tongue. Alright. This lesson will be in transit, short one, entitled, basically a friend, alright, or a bond not well broken, in a sense, coming off Ecclesiastes. I believe that's the 7th chapter, or the 4th chapter, I believe, but I'll get it in a minute. But a friend, man, okay, and also coming off of Barak, the 12th chapter. I'm gonna get some of that when I get to my destination. You're gonna have it, just at the point, at the beginning, the origin of it, man. It's have integrity, alright, and be real. If somebody confides in you, they tell you something, and they like a secret, you know what I'm saying, whatever, or they open up a little bit to you and try to tell you a little bit about their life, like their situation. You should take that into consideration, because this brother is telling you something that's important, right? And he's telling you it to like show that he trusts in you, a little bit more. But if that trust is broken, he ain't gonna trust in you no more, man. To be honest, okay. So it's like you got to consider. It's having consideration for brothers and sisters, man, and loving brothers and being sincere. Like, take serious conversation that you're having with Ahtham, man. And try to analyze what's going on. This brother telling me this brother really cared. So that right there should let you know that relationship is building to get to a next level, in a sense of a cord that's not easily broken. Where speaking back to 2 is better than 1. Or 3, that cord is not easily broken. So you're building a tight relationship. Now, if you do things that hinder it, you overstep, you can't be trusted, your integrity is weak, these type of things, then you're breaking a relationship, and it's not going to grow how it could have grew. It's going to be flimsy, it's going to be fragile. The trust is going to be broken. So it's important to consider everything that's being said, So I'm going to go to Barak 12:6. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. That right there is the base, because good or evil, righteous or wicked, the Most High is going to do what He's supposed to do. He's going to do the just action. He's going to do what is supposed to happen. Right? If somebody is wicked and you can't figure it out, and they're being wicked behind the scenes and all that, then it's ultimately going to be handled, because the Most High sees it. So He's ultimately going to handle it. If somebody is righteous, but you think he's wicked, and he's righteous, then that's going to be shown too. Verse 7, give unto the good and help not the sinner. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hid in adversity. So when you're up, everybody's going to be with you. Everybody's going to be around you. All right, prosperity. Everybody's going to act like a friend. Take it back to school when you had a pack of gum. Everybody, people you ain't even know. Well, you got some gum? Oh, shit, you got gum? Hey, let me get a piece. 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 Everybody wanted some gum. So those not your friends. They're just dealing with you because you have something as in a sense valuable to them, right? So a friend can't be known in prosperity, and then in adversity, you getting picked on, or you're going through trouble or whatever. Then individuals that may have had hidden motives a long time ago, they may just come out and come at you. Yeah, nigga always been like that. Yeah. That's how it be. Okay? But you got to maintain your integrity and maintain your balance through it all. And keep pushing. Alright? If you know that you ain't, like, we're going to be tried. Like Yahawashi, perfect example, right? Always. The prophets in general. Just going through situations where they slandered, it's lies against them, false accusations. Esau is the accuser of the brethren. He's bringing up false accusations. Okay? So this is, get used to this happening. Get used to these type of things. And you got to endure through them all. You may have to endure fake brethren. You have to endure, brothers being fake real. Alright? At the end of the day. So get ready for these tests and these battles and these things that are going to come forth to try you, to better you as a soldier, to better you as an individual, and to bring you closer to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Because he's going to expose and he's going to bring these things out. And even in all these situations, he's not going to allow you to be moved. He's not going to allow you to be broke down. He's going to take care of you and endure with you. Right? So consider these ways. Consider that the Most High is always constantly dealing with you, man. Let's get a little bit more of this. Let me park real quick. Alright. We good. Verse 9. Sirach 12 and verse 9. In the prosperity of a man, enemies will be grieved, but in his adversity, even a friend will depart. So you go through things for those to be closest to you to really be found out who is really closest to you, who is really rocking with you, who really supports you, who's really standing boldly for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Esau is with you, Jakes, right now, you 2/3. He's giving you this, giving you that, the snap, the wick. He's giving you all these different type of liberties, allowing you to go this and do that, allowing the women to act like, whatever, whores and prostitutes and stuff. He's doing all of this for you. Okay? But ultimately, he's going to come back because what? His iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. He's going to show his horns. He's going to show himself. And if you can't see it right now, which we see it, you're going to see it very soon. And that's the same with some Jake that you may be around. Jake in the world, man. Remember, man, got out the military, was living with a friend that I met in the military, and we was making music together, right? And, brother was cool for a minute, and like we was like, all right, we moved in together, sharing our little school check and all that. And we like, yeah, we gonna make music, we gonna do this. Bro, the whole time we lived together, 2 years, 3 years, we made 2 songs together. Because this brother really wasn't fucking with me. He really didn't believe in me. He didn't really have confidence in me. Okay? At the end of the day. So, it was a underlining narrative that he had with him. He just wanted me for a check, the money that I could provide at that point in time, so he wouldn't have to pay the full bill of the property. Right? I found that out later on. And then I ain't let that hold me back, because like during the whole time I'm doing shows, I'm making music, I'm dropping albums, I'm doing whatever, blah blah blah, in the world and shit. But in that sense of still pushing and believing in myself, right? When he over here the whole time, like I'm seeing little things. We did one show together, and he had the band play his music live, but then he told them to play my track, just the instrumental, the audio. I'm like, what? They can't play my shit. Like, you know, and then ultimately the Lord brought him where 2 years after all of that we lived together, he called me and he's like, man, bro, you know, I was wrong, man. I didn't believe in you. You was dope. You was cool. You know, you was really pushing it and you was doing your thing and all of this. And, hey, let's try this music shit again. I'm in the truth at this point in time. So I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, nah, man, I'm good. You know? Nah, I've been down that road before. Yeah, I'm not doing it again. Okay? That's not it. I'm not chasing that American dream with you. Okay? I'm in a different part of my life. The water Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi got me through that, you know, and he exposed all the fake. So all the fake will be exposed. All right? So he broke the trust by doing that. Now, I don't got no hard feelings because you don't supposed to have no hard feelings. You're supposed to forgive those or the trespasses, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody's not going to believe in this truth. Everybody's not going to listen to the messengers. That's what we understand. This is what's supposed to happen. Like I said with the prophets. Okay? It's going to be more against you than with you. So a friend can't be known in adversity. Alright? You're going to have more friends. A friend can't be known in prosperity. And an enemy, you know, will be known in adversity. So just allow life to play these things out and act these things out and for stuff to take place. And you'll see everybody for who they are. Right? Ultimately, let's go to that Ecclesiastes, which we talked about earlier. It's just you got to live. And you'll see things. It's Ecclesiastes 4. There is one alone, and there is not a second. Yea, he have neither child nor brother, yet is there no end of all his labor. Neither is his eye satisfied with riches. Neither saith he, for whom do I labor, and bereave my soul of good. This is also vanity, yea, it is a sore travail. Because you got all this stuff, but you have no family. Okay? You have no one to pass it down to. You have no way for it to carry on. You know? So it's all like pointless. You're doing all this work for what? For a foolish legacy? You know what I'm saying? In that sense. You know? That's why our reward is not compared to anybody else's reward. Because we will ultimately get everlasting bodies. You know what I'm saying? So that reward is forever. We don't have to pass it down. We're going to live forever. So it's no need to pass it to anybody. You know? And then we're going to have kids, right, that are going to continue in this truth. Without breaking laws, commandments, and statutes. It's going to be a beautiful recipe. You know? So this is what we have to look forward to. So this work is not vain. This work is not vain. This is the proper work. This is what we're supposed to do continuously and constantly. All right? Keeping it going. Verse 9. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, Salakia, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up. So, the brotherhood, all right? Go out 2 by 2, you know? All right, if you have a brother in the area, okay? You don't want to go out by yourself, you know? And you may have to at sometimes. It is what it is. But you have to be, in a sense, connected and know the proper understanding. This is why you have spiritual fathers. You have those that are teaching and you walking into their labors. Right? Verse 11. Again, if 2 lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm? Alone. Okay? You can't warm yourself up by yourself. It's a science behind it, a chemistry, that when you lay down with another, you know, a man and a woman, okay, then their body temperature rises because they're beside each other. It's like 2 heaters being beside each other. It's going to push out far more heat. Right? And that's a beautiful thing. That's how the Most High designed it. So he designed a man to be with a woman. it's bad for Adam to be alone. Okay? Verse 12. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Right? Going back to this brotherhood, this friendship, which is strengthened over time. A threefold cord is not easily broken. So it has been strengthened over time. He's with you. He's with you. You know, they're rocking with one another. Right? So they're holding you up. Everybody's rocking with one another. It's important. And the Most High has provided the brotherhood to help. Right? Better is a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king who will no more be admonished. For out of prison he cometh to reign, whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh poor. Right? We are those poor wise children. And DJT, you know, these Edomites, these banking families, they're no longer admonished. They're no longer in their power. They're watching their kingdom fall, and they can't do anything about it. Right? But we are poor. Yeah, we may be in poverty and things of that nature, but we're wise. And that's true wealth. That's true money. That's true wisdom. That's true currency. Our bank accounts are flowing, overflowing, man. Because of our works, our deeds, and this faith that we have. So, Tawada Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Alright, verse 15. I considered all the living which walk under the sun, with the second child that shall stand up in his stead. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit. Because we're in this time frame with death. We can't say, death, where's your sting? We got to feel it, you know, ultimately, and it sucks. That's why going back to our reward, it's uncomparable. To not die, bro, is just like, that's a massive statement that you will not die. Okay? That's beyond anything you can consider. You're not going to die. So, furthermore on this, there is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. So it's no end of these nations. You have 18 nations. There's no end of them. Now, ultimately, the Edomite nation will be destroyed at the end of that 1,000-year reign. Okay? And Esau, being our brother, was supposed to rock with us. He broke that friendship. He broke that brotherly covenant. You're supposed to love your brother, man. But he despised and wanted to kill us. You know, pertaining to Genesis 27. All right, 39 going downward. You know what I'm saying? So, you can't rock with somebody that ultimately is not going to stand with you and be with you. You know, you're supposed to be able to trust a brother to, let's say stuff is coming up. All right, he's going to rock with you. He's going to be like, nah, that brother's a solid brother. All right? You know, boom, boom, boom. When slander is coming up. This is furthermore, like, you think about all these AI and stuff they're going to use, and they're going to paint this brother like this and this brother like this. If you're sitting back here actually thinking this brother did this, that's crazy, bro. But you was with that brother constantly. You watch that brother videos. This is how brothers is going to fall. They're going to be deceived, man. Because you're going to be like, oh, yeah, they got that brother stealing boxes. You know, to make a joke in the moment, but it's not light because it's serious. You can't crack. You can't fold. This is how people did Yahawashi. This is why they was out here saying, crucify him, crucify him. After he did all these works. Okay? You should know them by their fruits, man. So, think about the fruits that brothers have laid. And be like, you know, boom, boom, boom. Alright? And if a brother is wicked, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, bring it out. Ultimately. But we don't just go off of words, in a sense. Alright? That's why 2 or 3 witnesses, bro. You know? That's necessary. At the end of the day. So, hey, with that being said, Pray this was an edifying one. Stay tight. Keep in mind, your brothers, stay tight. Alright? Don't let Satan get in the midst and try to pull apart and break. It's lucky. Alright? Don't let presumptuous thoughts and things of that nature come in and try to break down the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, giving all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. And Shalawam to the Lord, to elect as always. Kwam Yasharahla and a Bible ball. Shalawam, Shalawam.